Hello and welcome back. My name's Duress, and today we are taking a look at the new cards revealed for our June set Paldea Evolved. This is the sets Snow Hazard and Clay Burst in Japan, but it will be part of our Paldea Evolved set, which will be these two sets, Triplet Beat and the starter set as well. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Haven't seen any of these cards yet, so I'm not sure exactly what to expect. Okay, we've got our first EX here, Chi-Yu EX, Fire 190, red, or Fire, discard 2 cards, no. And then double Fire is Flame Surge for 100 damage, not great. Choose up to 3 of your bench Pokemon, search your deck for up to, for a basic Fire Energy and attach 1 to each of those. That's kind of good. That's a good little starter, and you can welder onto it. 190 is a bit yikes though, like you're getting this knocked out almost definitely, right? Maybe could find a home, but not too big on it. There's better ways to accelerate fire energy, that's for sure. Let's see what else do we have here. Baxcalibur. As often as you like, you can attach a basic water energy from your hand to one of your Pokemon. That's cool, I guess, but, you know, we do have Blastoise. I mean, I guess you could do some, you could Archies into this as well. That's kind of cool. Although I don't know why you would choose that over the Deluge one. I guess the more the merrier. Qianpao EX, Water, basic 220 Pokemon. Has an ability, once during your turn, if it's your active, you can search your deck for up to 2 basic waters and put them into your hand, so it's a capricious bucket. That's not bad. And then double water, Hail Blizzard, 60 damage, discard any amount of water energy from your Pokemon. This attack does 60 damage for each card you discard in this way. Okay, that's actually pretty solid. That seems like it could be pretty good within a Palkia shell, specifically like Palkia Kyurem, just being able to accelerate a bunch of energy, maybe move them around, Aqua Patch, stuff like that. Yeah, a good like finisher kind of, right? You just shoot off all of your energy. I could see that being something that's pretty cool. That's definitely worth a try. A Pikachu that doesn't do anything. We have a Raichu with a very nice art. Wow. Electric Charge for a colorless. Search your deck for up to 2 basic lightning energy and attach them to this Pokemon. And then double lightning colorless, 200 discard all energy. We do have the, what is it, electrostatic generator coming in the base set, which is kind of cool. I don't know if that would really be good enough to get something like this going. Also, 200 damage is not really enough, especially with discarding everything. Like, it's just, you're asking for too much to make this work, but it's almost there. It's like close, but not quite, especially not for stage 1, unfortunately. Rapska, double psychic, 50 and confusion. And you can revive a Pokemon. No. Whoa, 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 whoa. So, oh, I mean, that's kind of interesting. So you can revive something that's a stage 2. That's kind of cool. I don't know. I don't know if that would really get used, though, especially as a stage 1 itself. It's kind of rough. Not terribly into that. If you're doing that kind of thing, you'd want to do like an Orbeetle thing where you're all in on the stage 2 plan to like lock the board down, basically. Okay, my favorite name of Scarlet and Violet, Garganical. Ability, Bless Salt. During your Pokemon checkup, heal 20 from each of your Pokemon. So this is on both, beginning of both turns. It's alright for stage 2, not great. Double Fighting 130, discard a card from the top of your opponent's deck. No. No. Especially not for stage 2. Tinglu EX, Fighting 240 basic. Abilities Cursed Ground. If this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, your Pokemon with damage counters on them have, your opponent's Pokemon with damage counters on them have no abilities, excluding Pokemon EX. I mean, that is definitely a downside. I don't know how much of a downside, especially with, you know, such a we have so little Scarlet. Well, we have no Scarlet and Violet cards right now, but when this comes out, we'll have such little Scarlet and Violet cards that we don't know exactly how many EXs will impact the metagame anyways. So this does hit like quite a bit of Pokemon if you can get the counters on. Triple Fighting, Land Scoop 150, put 2 damage counters on one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. It is 240 HP, which is, like, for a basic, that's pretty big. 150 is not great damage output, but, you know, this thing could probably take a hit from a decent amount of decks. Maybe something like a Cape of Toughness to make it 290 would be interesting. I do like this ability, and I think it could be very good, though. Just being able to pinpoint ability lock people or ability lock specific Pokemon sounds really interesting. It does have to be the active, so important to remember. Another Dunsparce, which is not that good. We have a Dunsparce. Mudslap for 30 damage. 4 colorless. Sudden Flash, 100 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. Shuffle this Pokemon and all cards attached to it into your deck. That's kind of cool. I could see doing, like, I guess you could, like, power this up with Lugia, right? And just keep paralyzing over and over again. I just don't know how good that kind of paralysis would be, especially since we do have, like, Guzma in the format. So, you know, you can't just be like, oh, if they don't have the escape rope, if they don't have a switch, if they don't have a way to move it out of the active, I win. It's not really like that. But it is kind of cool. It's something, I guess. Panda Mouse, 30 and 40 HP, no. Mouse Hold, double colorless, 50, and then triple colorless is not up. Put damage counters on each of your opponent's Pokemon equal to your number of Mouse Hold in play. So you can theoretically put 4 damage counters on everything for 3. You have to evolve all 4 of them. No, that is not good at all. That's pretty bad. Squawkabilly EX, that's a name. 160 colorless basic Pokemon ability Lively Draw. On the first turn of the game, you may discard your hand and draw 6 cards. You can't use more than 1 Lively Draw ability during your turn. Colorless Energy Flow 20. Attach up to 2 basic energy cards from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon. Oh god. So this is the new Crobat Deden. This is not playable in Expanded. This is just straight up not playable, I don't think. There's no reason to play this. It is kind of cool that you can nest ball into it. Because it does not, like, the ability does not work from your hand, so you can nest ball into it, which is kind of cool. But that, like, very, very, like, minor upside is just comes at the cost of the fact that you cannot use this past the first turn, which, I mean, you do want to, like, turbo draw, like, usually in your first turns, right? That's when you're getting your massive setups going, but I still think you would rather just play a Deden. Like, yeah, this is just not really functional in the expanded format. I guess this is basically only for standard. Not surprised. Super Rod, reprint. Good reprint, though. Charm of Courage. The basic Pokemon, this card is attached. He gets 50 HP. So you could do that with the, what's it called? You could do that with any of these basic EXs. But ideally, I think the best one would be Ting-Lu. Buff it up to 290. Oh, same thing as a cape, but that's pretty good. I'm into that. I would imagine that's going to see a fair amount of play. Like, it's so other than GX, I can't remember exactly how the way Cape of Toughness is worded. Let me see. The basic Oh, so except Pokemon GX. So this is actually just functionally better because it can go onto GXs. So that's cool. This is just straight up better. Grusha, so supporter. Draw 5 cards, or draw until you have 5. If you have no energy attached to any of your Pokemon, draw up to 7. So they kind of like, it's kind of like Lily. Well, Lily drew up to 8. It was like 6 and 8, right? But this doesn't have the first turn restriction. It has the no energy attached restriction, which I really like. That's a really cool idea, and really, it's going to provide a lot of interesting piece, like an interesting draw piece for these really like control, like not even control, but more like stalling types of decks. I'm thinking of something like Dracozolt, where you can max potion your 1 energy off and then use this. Like, that would be kind of cool. I'm kind of into that. That being said, it would be a very fringe supporter. Iono, each player shuffles their hand, puts it to the bottom of their deck, then each player draws a card for each of their remaining prize cards, baby. Whoa. So that's just an N. That is an N, but Marnified, so that's good. Good play design, like quality of life fix. Just shuffle your hand and put it to the bottom of the deck. That's fine. That's good enough. Though there are some times where you want to like redraw what you have, so this would be kind of rough, especially if you're running a deck with a lot of one-ofs. You know, you're not going to find your pieces again, so in that case, it might be better to just, you know, run ends over this, but this is a real like disruption piece for Expanded. I don't know whether people will like immediately flock to this while just kind of like forgetting that N exists, but either way, it is about as powerful as N. Like, this is like a 5-star card. Like, this is serious. This is a really good supporter. What else we got? Not too much here. Yeah, a pretty small set, but honestly, given, well, it's a Japanese set, so we know that's going to be a fairly small set. That's how they do things. Relatively impactful, I must say. Charm of Courage looks good. Grusha is like kind of a fringe thing. Iono is very good. Squawkabilly you should not play at all. Save that for standard. Tinglu, I think, is legit, or could be legit. Fighting is a really tough type to have in the expanded metagame. Not because of the weaknesses you hit, because you hit fantastic weaknesses, but just because it feels a little too slow, I guess. I'm not sure exactly why. The pieces just don't really feel there for a fighting deck in Expanded. That being said, we do have Gutsy Pickaxe and stuff like that, so maybe, and we do have Grant as well. Forgot about Grant, as did everybody else. But yeah, that'll just about do it. Let me know what you think of these cards. We will go ahead and do our Scarlet Violet set review. Should be coming out in about a week. I'm going to be doing it over the next couple of days. I'm just putting on the like final finishing touches on the whole presentation thing, so that should be good. Make sure to look out for that. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next episode. Peace out.